Okay, in this video tutorial, we're going to be writing equations in slope-intercept form. And we're based on the description given. This one passes through the point 3, -5, and it is perpendicular to the equation y equals -1/3 x plus 7. So the first thing that should jump out at you is that this says a perpendicular. Okay, well, that refers to the slope. So this original slope this original equation has a slope of -1/3. Okay, this is the slope right here, -1/3. Okay, well, a perpendicular slope then would be the opposite reciprocal. The opposite means it goes from a negative to a positive, and the reciprocal of 1/3 is 3/1. So our slope is going to be 3/1, which we're really going to write as 3. So we're going to write an equation that has a slope of 3 and goes through the point 3, -5. Okay, remember the 3 is the x and the y, and the -5 is the y. But we're going to write it in slope-intercept form. Okay, right here it asks us to write it in slope-intercept form. Sorry, I meant that to be the highlighter. Slope-intercept form. Well, that's the y equals mx plus b. However, we have to start with point slope form because that's what we're given. We're given a point and a slope. So we're going to start with point slope form, but then we're going to work it out to slope-intercept form. So this is how this one works. So we have y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we replace our values. So y minus -5. And remember, that's going to become y plus 5 equals the slope of 3 times x minus 3. Okay. Now this is in point slope, but we want it in slope-intercept. That just means we need to solve it for y. Well, we're going to need to distribute the 3 to the x minus 3 here. So that's going to be y plus 5 equals, and then 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times -3, that's -9. Now, the last thing we need to do then is to solve for y by getting rid of this plus 5, or the inverse of adding 5 is to subtract the 5 from both sides. And my final equation is going to be y equals 3x minus 14. And that's our equation in slope-intercept form. All right, let's look at one more. This is the same thing. We're writing it in slope-intercept form. This one passes through the point 6, -3, and it's parallel to y equals 1/2 x minus 2. Well, if it is parallel, then we're going to use the slope of 1/2. So if we have a slope of 1/2 and we want a parallel slope, well, the parallel slope is also 1/2. Okay, so writing a new equation that has a slope of 1/2 and it goes through the point 6, -3. Okay, so I have to start with point slope form. So that's going to be y minus -3, which is plus 3. That's minus -3 plus 3 equals the slope of 1/2 times x minus 6. There's my minus, or my 6 right there, and it's x minus 6. Okay, this is in point slope. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute this 1/2 to both of these terms inside the parentheses. So I'll just keep working. I have y plus 3 equals, okay, well this, we have to do 1/2 of x. Well, 1/2 of x, we just write 1/2 times x. Now we have to do 1/2 times -6. Well, that's just saying half of negative 6. Or if we were to multiply 1/2 times negative 6, let me work that out over here. 1/2 times negative 6, I make that a fraction over 1. And then we just multiply straight across. We do 1 times negative 6 and 2 times 1. The numerator is 1 times negative 6. That would be negative 6 over, and then 2 times 1 is 2. All right. This says negative 6 divided by 2, and that actually equals negative 3. So going back here, half of negative 6, well, half of 6 is 3, and half of negative 6 is minus 3. Okay, now we want to solve for y, so we have to use the inverse of plus 3 in order to get rid of this, so that would be minus 3 to cancel these, but you have to do minus 3 to both sides. Now over here it says negative 3 minus 3. That's actually minus negative 6 or minus 6. So our equation is going to be y equals 1/2 x minus 6. And that would be our answer in slope-intercept form. All right, and that's a quick review for writing parallel and perpendicular equations in slope-intercept form.